This is very bad. And it is now Bungie's second time stealing somebody's art without crediting them, without hiring them, or at least without paying them. They're basically just stealing art, making millions of dollars off of that art. In Marathon's case, they might lose money. We'll have to see. But then they just move on like nothing happened. Until obviously they get caught, which happened again where they have admitted for a second time that they stole this person's work. Okay, so I have the glasses on to get a better look of this blatant thievery. So on the right here, you can see this is from the Twitter poster. This is all from the Marathon Alpha in-game footage. Now, this is crazy. If you take a look at these blue arrows, it's pointing to where they stole this person's art. You can see ALEPH, Dark Space, Haulage Logistics. It couldn't be any more identical to what they did. It could not be any more identical. But this obviously is not all. So if you take a look at the next image here, this one has a lot. So these double arrows, pay attention to these. This is from the Twitter poster. And then these symbols here down at the bottom, again, from the Twitter poster, very important. So take a look at where you can see these arrows. Everywhere up here, you can see the arrows. Everywhere right here, you can see the arrows. The arrows are here. And honestly, they are just arrows. So at face value is like, maybe they didn't steal it. But if you look at this image and then you go to this image, you understand that they probably stole it. Now look at the 28 down here. This 28 in the box is used right here. 28 in the box is used right here. It's just blatant copied. It's exactly the way that this Twitter poster did it. Now you look at the bottom, you look at these small symbols. These small symbols, oh, this is bad. These small symbols are identical to the symbols that they have plastered everywhere out in the game footage. And he says, literally my logo here. Yeah, this is the guy on Twitter's logo, and they have it in the game. So I guess they did kind of credit him. Hey, you didn't get paid for it, but you got, accidentally credited for it. There you go. But moving on, that's not it either. I wish that was it, but absolutely not. So these are from press kits on the right. And this is from the homepage from marathon.com on the right as well. And this is from the Twitter poster on the left. So originally, you look at these, they look close. But if you look a lot closer, it's pretty ridiculous. So let's start off with this top right photo. You see these circles. You see the circles inside the box. You see the dots. You see the little clover, the 4-leaf clover looking thing. The dot within the circle, the X, the slash. Now take a look at the left. You see the clovers. You see the circles or the dots within the circles. More clovers. If you just look at the dots specifically, the 4 dots, you can see those right here. You can definitely see a lot of the little X's and the crosses over on this left side. On top of that, where's the box, the circle within the box? I know I saw those here a second ago. That's a little bit of a circle within a box. But they have a lot of those as well. Look at these within the box. I mean, it's pretty identical in terms of what you're looking at from what Bungie did to what he did. Even now, if you go into the bottom right, you can see a lot of the very similar symbols that he's using on the left here. And it honestly is just a blatant copy, a blatant ripoff, especially after seeing this first image, which I think is the most blatant, as well as this image right here. When you look at the bottom right and you see these plus his logo being used in game, it's really bad. It's really bad. And it doesn't end there. He continues to say, I don't have the resources nor the energy to spare to pursue this legally, but I have lost count of the number of times a major company has deemed it easier to pay a designer to imitate or steal my work than just to write me an email. In 10 years, I have never made a consistent income from this work, and I am tired of designers from huge companies moodboarding and parasiting my designs while I struggle to make a living. And it's genuinely disgusting. It's genuinely disgusting that these companies that are making millions and millions and millions of dollars from their games, again, probably potentially not Marathon, but making millions and millions and millions of dollars from their games and not even giving any credit or any money to these people. When in reality, they could hire these people and have a great art designer forever for these sci-fi games. But no, they'd rather copy it, they'd rather steal it, they'd rather cheat their way out of it. Someone in there, whether it's a contractor, whether it's someone working at Bungie specifically, would rather steal that credit and get promoted themselves or look better. And it's so disgusting. And there's more. So this image right here, as you can see, here from the future, if anyone doubts the theft of your art, this also confirms it. Where he says, I hid loss in my design 6 years ago and nobody caught it. And obviously, you can see it right down here. So it's just really bad. This is like legitimately in-game footage. It's legitimately in-game footage. So it's bad. So after being blatantly caught red-handed, Bungie admitted fault, saying, we immediately investigated a concern regarding unauthorized use of artist decals in Marathon and confirmed that a former Bungie artist, so did they just fire him yesterday, or is this a more former Bungie artist than that? This does confirm that this was not probably a contractor. This was someone that worked at Bungie specifically, included these in a texture sheet that was ultimately used in-game. It was more than just a texture sheet, brother. Bungie further stated, we are conducting a thorough review of our in-game assets, specifically those done by the former Bungie artist, and implementing stricter checks to document all artist contributions. You should have done this the first time that you got caught doing this, but we value the creativity and dedication of all artists who contribute to our games, and we are committed to doing right by them. The company also noted that it has reached out to Anti-Real to discuss this issue and are committed to do right by the artist. Anti-Real support community took doing right by the artist into their own hands by donating her to her Ko-Fi page. She posted, completely overwhelmed by the response to this. Thank you so much for the support, and especially to those who have donated. It helps out enormously. That is awesome. The gaming community is always going to have somebody's back. If somebody was done wrong, the gaming community will have their back, and it's great to see that it's proved right again. Now, in regards to doing right by Anti-Real, something I noticed on her Twitter is that she says here that she is unemployed. So hire her. At least give her like $100 grand, but if not, hire her to the company. This is a way to get good faith to Marathon, a game that a lot of people were not playing in the closed alpha, something they had to extend to try to get more people into the closed alpha, and something that has not had great feedback since the closed alpha. So please hire her, because she knows what the hell she's doing in regards to making the art style of your game, which in my opinion was the best and just in general the most appealing part of Marathon to begin with. It's kind of ironic that the most appealing part of Marathon to begin with was not actually done by anything inside of Bungie specifically. All I'm going to say there. But going to the last bit here, this isn't the first time Bungie has faced accusations of independent artists' work without permission, as I noted. In 2021, the studio acknowledged that fan art of Destiny 2 character was used in a trailer without permission, which was resolved with Bungie acquiring permission with proper credit again after they got caught. In 2023, Bungie again had to reach out to credit and compensate an independent artist for fan art used in a Destiny 2 cutscene. Wait. And last year admitted to using fan art for a Destiny 2 Nerf gun? Wait, so they've done this 4 times? They've done this now 4 times. Yeah, why didn't you issue stricter checks previously, the last 3 times that you did this? This Marathon incident is the latest in a pattern of Bungie lifting visual art from uncredited sources. That is ridiculous, man. They are making millions of dollars, or were at least on Destiny 2, and just moving on with their day like they didn't do anything wrong when they were blatantly stealing from people. They have now been caught 4 times doing this. I wonder if it was the same artist. I don't know. The same artist just trying to take credit for everybody else's work and get promoted up into the company. That is insane. So in the end, at least they're moving to do right here by Anti-Real and her work, whatever that may be. Let's see what happens in the future if that becomes public or Anti-Real wants to share that information of how Bungie compensates her. But it's just ridiculous when a AAA company making millions of dollars is just blatantly stealing art from independent artists and has a pattern of doing that. Specifically in Marathon's case, like I mentioned, the best part of this game, in my opinion, was the art style. The only thing apparently Bungie didn't do themselves. It's kind of sad. Thank you guys for watching the video. I know I mostly do RPG news and reviews, etc., but I wanted to put this out because I think it's very important for every genre, for all of these AAA companies and even independent studios, not to steal work from independent artists who are having a harder time now than ever with AI blowing up. So I really wanted to get this out there. Thank you guys again for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe if you did like the video you see here. And for my returning viewers, thank you guys so much for the support as always. Please like this video if you like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!